The reality of the life we live is that there are just some periods, some seasons that are harder to navigate than others. There are some periods in which it seems like everything that is wrong has just located us, has just located our family, and it feels impossible to navigate. You know, it is a difficult thing because sometimes we find ourselves cornered in our financial circumstances where we are struggling to cover the necessities. Then we are stepped on at the workplace because it's just difficult and the attacks keep coming from left, right, and center. And it seems like there's nothing we can ever do that is good enough in no area of our life. So the attack is in the family, the attack is at school, the attack is at work, the attack comes from your family members, and you feel insufficient. You feel like you've committed something that is extraordinary, and punishment is the ultimate goal during those periods in our life. Then, sometimes it's amazing that you reach home just to be knocked halfway unconscious because instead of getting comfort in your own home, you are bruised just as badly by your family. Then with the last thread of hope, you find yourself at church hoping that somebody would discern that you are hurting. Somebody would discern that there's something wrong, and somebody would just give you a hug or say, I am praying for you. But it's at church that you get the uppercut because many times you are knocked out because nobody ever discerns that you are broken. Nobody ever discerns the fact that something is happening, and you feel defeated because this was your last thread of hope. Because this was your last thread of hope. You left bitter and you left in agony. You left worse than you went because you were searching for something that you didn't find. You were searching for some kind of comfort. You were searching for some kind of reprieve, but it never came. And that made the journey a lot harder. But I put it to you that Romans 8 verse 18 says that I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. So the scripture is saying here that we shall suffer, that we should struggle. But there is a glory that is coming that is not worthy of comparison to the things that we go through. And so it might be tough, and there are days that seems impossible. But I assure you that there is a God that is able to bring us through these difficult times in our lives. The truth is that there are just some days in which we have just stumbled, upon paying the bills or clearing a debt or avoided a disconnection of utilities, and we fall right into the need to go to a doctor, need to extend our exhausted resources to help someone else. And because of all the pressure we face, we begin to worry and we agonize and we become nervous and anxious of the days ahead. And yet, most times, just when we thought that that was enough, it just continues to get worse. But hear me out today. Hear me out right now, this moment. Hear me out in this season. Because it is so bad sometimes that many of us lose our appetites. Many of us lose the joy, and the many persons simply cannot function normally. And in many circumstances, people have taken their own lives, but that will not be our portion. Because we have to thank God that we have gone through so much, and yet we are still here. Not that we have done anything we deserve, not that we are better than those who took their own lives, but because God granted us mercy. So no matter how deeply distressed we are, there will be a time when we will see the manifested power of the El Shaddai, the powerful God. And all we can do is sit back and smile, because in the end, it will be worth it after all. In the end, there will be joy, unspeakable joy. In the end, we will celebrate just how we overcame, because it wasn't by our own strength, it wasn't by our own power, but we would have recognized that we would have made it through only through the grace and the power of Jesus Christ. So the next time we go through a season where it seems impossible, where we seem like there's no God is not in the midst, where we feel like there's no friend that understands, there's nobody around that understands. Remember that the God who made us is always there with us. He's always in our circumstances. As a matter of fact, He has been there waiting to take us through long before we arrive. So just hold on, because He will take us through. He will pull us through, because He has made the provision for us to be triumphant. He will come through for you. He has already come through for you, and He will continue to come through for us.